Right now at 5 on WHAS 11 News, they're getting out of there. Milton getting closer to the Florida coast tonight. Thousands of people in Florida still attempting to evacuate. The bands of the early storm line already being felt in parts of Florida tonight.
But Kentuckiana crews are already in Florida, ready to jump in when needed, where the Anchorage Middletown Fire Department EMS crew is stationed right now.
And ahead, the new evidence continues in the murder trial of Michael Hurley in downtown Louisville, accused of running over a family visiting Louisville. Next, the toxicology report that shows just how many painkillers were in his system that day in July.
This storm is going to be like nothing they have seen before. You need to move away from the water. The water is what kills people, and nobody has to die.
It has been a week of stark warnings, and today another one you just heard there. As Hurricane Milton is closing in on Florida, landfall coming soon. The storm has the potential to be one of the most destructive hurricanes on record for west central Florida. Now, officials, political leaders are warning anyone near the water if they are in extreme danger.
A record-breaking storm surge of 8 to 12 feet possible for the Tampa and Fort Myers areas. And good evening, everybody. I'm Connie Leonard.
And I'm Doug Proffitt. Thank you for joining us at 5. We've got full coverage of Milton for you right here tonight. A tornado watch is in effect across central and southern Florida at the moment. Fire departments from Louisville, like the Anchorage Middletown Fire Department, have crews in the state of Florida at the moment as well. They plan to stay and help with community needs after Hurricane Milton makes its landfall. Gabriel Gonzalez has more on their preparation to deal with what could be historic damage.
Checking in from Tampa, Florida, Jordan Yotis with Anchorage Middletown says he's ready for what Hurricane Milton is expected to bring. Just hours before it makes landfall on Florida's coastline, Jordan seemed calm and ready to help.
This is not new to us. It's new to some of the people that are on the team. But it's definitely not new to us from Louisville.
While he's in Tampa, another local crew is in Live Oak, Florida, about 2.5 hours north of Tampa.
They'll be the first ones, essentially boots on the ground, that'll get sent to the affected areas immediately. So within the next 12 to 24 hours, conditions are going to rapidly change for those guys, and they'll be doing some difficult work.
He said early Tuesday morning, he and his crew topped off on fuel and checked supplies. They took boats and medical equipment to assist after the hurricane. Those boats could be used to help people who did not evacuate and might be stranded. Right now, he sees boarded up houses and empty streets. He gave us a look of conditions Tuesday afternoon.
So just rain right now?
Yeah, rain. The wind's starting to pick up a little bit. Some rain right now. It doesn't matter if you're from Texas or Kentucky. When it comes to a disaster like this, we're all one team with one mission. So that'll show in the next several days. Our crews will work 14, 16-hour days, if not longer, if need be. We'll do whatever it takes.
Jordan will be there for at least 10 days. He said after that, he'll come home, and depending on the severity of the aftermath, a new, fresh group of first responders will go back. In Louisville, Gabriel Gonzalez, WHAS 11, on your side.
Officials in Tampa keep saying it. You can run and hide from fierce winds, but you can't run or hide from the storm surge.
So here's how storm surge becomes so deadly within minutes.
To refresh your knowledge, storm surge is quite literally a surge of water being pushed ashore by the force of a storm's wind. In many cases, storm surge is more dangerous because of the power of the moving water and the coastal flooding potential it brings. 1 to 3 feet of water can knock you off your feet and stall your car. Above 3 feet, that water can actually carry your car away. If you're still home when the water gets up to 6 feet, you and your family would have to seek higher ground, like a second story or roof. A 12-foot surge would fill the entire first floor of most homes and potentially knock your home off of its foundation. So, it's important to listen for and to understand the storm surge warnings so you can react early and quickly to keep you and your family safe.
At this late hour, the time to evacuate is over. Tampa and Orlando have closed their airports. Southwest Airlines canceling 11% of their daily flights.
While thousands are packed onto interstates as they leave western Florida, the Tampa mayor is asking people to be kind and patient while waiting in long gas lines. As of 11:20 last night, 22% of Florida's gas stations are out of fuel, according to Gas Buddy. Now, police are escorting fuel trucks to keep gas stations up and running during this evacuation.
The cancellations of all those flights causing a domino effect across the nation at the moment, as you can imagine. Today alone, 12,000 flights have been delayed and 2,400 were outright canceled, of course, mostly in Florida. But that is also causing backups in Atlanta and Charlotte.
Yeah, it's what always happens. So if you have a flight coming up, make sure you're checking your flight status well in advance.
Well, our chief meteorologist, Ben Pine, has been on top of this since the beginning. As you know, we've been giving you Hurricane Milton updates by the hour. Ben, I noticed today that the storm track now moves south closer to Sarasota for landfall.
Yeah, really the track over the last several days from the National Hurricane Center has been perfect on the location. The thing that has changed the most here, Doug and Connie, has been the timing. Yesterday at this time, it looked like that landfall would be around 1-2 a.m. So late tonight, early tomorrow morning. Well, it is sped up. So we're looking at a landfall here in a matter of hours, maybe around 9 p.m. as the storm is just off the coast. It's been making a shift to the right here over the last few minutes after traveling mostly due north and northeast. It is only about 50 to 60 miles off to the west-southwest of Sarasota, Florida right now, heading toward the Tampa Bay area. I put a little tracker here, a little measurement line from Sarasota, and there you can see the edge of the eye only about 50 miles off to the southwest. So already a serious and life-threatening situation unfolding right now as the storm is just off the coast with the storm surge, the dangerous just straight line winds over 100 miles per hour, and then just a ton of tornado warnings today, around 50 to 60 tornado warnings since earlier this morning. Maximum sustained winds now at 120 miles per hour, still a major Category 3 hurricane, diminishing to a Category 1 as it moves near Orlando over central Florida overnight, and then off the coast and moving away from the United States and Florida tomorrow morning. So a quick hit tonight and early tomorrow morning, and then it's out of here. We're going to look at a beautiful forecast for our region for a long time to come as well.
All right, Ben, thank you. You're going to be with us on the night team again to bring you the very latest at 11. It's going to be very close then tonight. Now we want to give you the top local stories of the day. It's day 2 now in the trial in downtown Louisville. The man accused of hitting a Kansas family with his car. They were on a sidewalk in downtown Louisville over 2 years ago, and their father was killed in that crash.
Police say Michael Hurley admitted to taking hydrocodone before hitting the Jones family in July of 2022. They were in town for a basketball tournament. Jose Alonso was in the courtroom today where they revealed new evidence. He's live now from the Jefferson County Courthouse. Jose, what can you tell us?
Connie, Doug, what we did here today, for the first time, we heard from a member of the Jones family, the father of Trey Jones, along with a witness to the collision, and several LMPD officers took to the stand to share what they experienced just over 2 years ago.
Did Hunter actually have to sign the paperwork to take him off life support? And did you counsel and advise him that?
Yeah, he grew up real fast.
A heartbreaking decision made by a father and grandson after a Kansas family was hit by a car in downtown Louisville on July 5th, 2022.
There was a black pickup truck that had kind of pulled up a little bit. So when his car actually hit them, I saw more like the bodies flying above the truck.
Also on the stand, Deborah Johnson recalled the shocking scene she witnessed that evening. She testified she saw Hurley drive into the Jones family and quickly ran to help the mother, Amy.
So I happened to be closest to Amy, and so I just kind of knelt down by her and just put my hand on her back and just was trying to talk to her.
Prosecutors also called on Louisville Metro police officers who were at the scene. They were questioned on Hurley's behavior as the situation unfolded, and video from their body cameras was shown to the jury.
Doing spontaneous utterance. He was just making no sense. He was just saying things out of nowhere.
I want to say he was struggling to keep his eyes open.
During the first day of testimony, prosecutors revealed Hurley had a fatal dose of fentanyl in his system. Officers spoke about their experience with him that day.
Due to my experience, it's a common theme, his reactions that he was showing, that he was under the influence of some type of substance that was not alcohol.
Hurley's defense attorneys pushing back with questions about his behavior.
People who are going through PTSD or some kind of trauma, they also act where they just kind of shut down, right?
Correct.
Prosecutors will continue their case on Thursday.
And as you just heard, they're going to be continuing that tomorrow morning at 8:30. Today's trial ended around 3:30 today. Reporting live in Louisville with photojournalist Jessica Farley, Jose Alonso, WHAS11 on your side.
All right, Jose, thank you. The mother and daughter who were also hurt in the crash are expected to take the witness stand tomorrow.
More local news here at 5. A Louisville man was sentenced today for the murder of his girlfriend back in 2021. Lamont Green pleaded guilty to stabbing Melinda Gooseby 78 times. In February of 2021, Gooseby called 911, telling the dispatchers that she was being stabbed. Officers found them both inside an apartment on Southern Parkway. She was taken to the hospital but died shortly afterwards. Green was sentenced to more than 30 years in prison.
A former JCPS teacher and coach pleaded guilty to 37 child sex abuse charges. According to the Jefferson County Commonwealth's attorney, Christopher Morris pleaded guilty before his trial was scheduled to begin. 2 of Morris's former basketball players accused him of inducing them to engage in sexual conduct while he was in the position of authority as a JCPS employee. The alleged abuse happened between 2012 and 2015 and then again between 2019 and 2021. In his plea agreement, Morris is expected to serve 2 10-year consecutive sentences. He's set to be sentenced December 4th. Today, the Louisville Metro Housing Authority is marking a huge milestone. New homeowners closed on their 500th house. Their program works to get low-income families into their own house, making the move from renting. Now they can use their HUD-approved voucher toward mortgage payments. Right now, there are more than 400 families in the program. Each one received home ownership counseling before moving in. One of those homeowners, Meredith, just closed on her home after getting put on the right path with this program.
And a big piece of that was getting a Section 8 voucher through them. So I'm just really grateful today for that program because that really set me off to stability.
LMHA has an additional 19 contracts ready to close in the coming months.